Okay, so welcome to Halisas. Now, in this video, we are going to talk about CSS. So CSS is one of those things where if you know a little bit, it can go a long way, right? So by the end of this video, right, you will learn what is CSS about. You will find a website and also a tool that could help you to shorten your learning curve. You will be able to use the tool to hack your way through CSS like you are kind of like a semi-expert, okay? And you would be able to use this tool, all right, and whatever little knowledge that we have to basically change certain elements, okay, on a website, no, on a so-called online form, okay, in this particular case. So if this sounds like something that you are curious, that you want to learn, all right, let's go. Okay, so the first thing I want to share you is this, all right. When I first started CSS, I had a hard time, and then I found this site. It's called W3 Schools. So if you go to w3schools.com, okay, you would be able to find free tutorials, right? So this is a free site. You'll find free tutorials right here. Okay, very well organized, right? Everything is in your face, right? Nothing's hidden, right? So then you could then go through the little tutorials here and learn each aspect of CSS. So if you were to learn a lesson a week, maybe in about 1 or 2 years time, you'll be proficient, right, in CSS, or at least you'll be more knowledgeable. So a very common one would be like about CSS, that people want to learn how to change the colors. So just by spending 15 minutes going through this, right, learning some basic elements or codes, you'll be able to say copy and paste a script, know what you're doing and make the necessary changes, right? So and then anytime you're lost, you can always come back and refer to this site. Okay, so popular ones would be like people want to know what's a margin, how do you change a margin, right? And then padding. So margins on the outside, paddings on inside. So anything outside here is margin, anything inside here is a padding, right? So then people want to change the perhaps the distance between the text and the edge of the box. Okay, so this is the padding, and then people may want to learn how to change maybe like in this particular case text, right, and also the font. So maybe I want to change the font types or the size of the text and so on and so forth. So understanding of your CSS will allow you to customize, right, say your website, okay, and make yourself even happier. So without this knowledge, you would then have to maybe hire someone on Fiverr to just make the minor changes for you. Now, when I first started, I didn't know a lot about CSS, right? But I was building website, and I had issues because when I build it on a desktop, it looks fine. Sometimes the image or the text will kind of like sip outside the container, right? And then I'll have this issue of overflow, right? So it doesn't behave. It's a bit janky. So then I went to ask some expert, and they say, oh, you can just insert this, and it got me curious and got me started. So by just injecting this little code into your WordPress, everything suddenly is non-janky. It starts to behave itself, right? So this little piece of code actually makes your life so much easier, and then you could learn other aspects or elements of CSS that could help you, especially in your digital work online. Okay, so this is the website. Now I'm going to share with you one tool here that could help you to shorten the learning curve, right, and also to hack your way through CSS, the jungle of CSS, right? So this tool is called Hoverify. So you can go to this site. The site is called tryhoverify.com, and this tool is inexpensive. So for but very useful. So for I think what, $30? Yes, that's right, $30. It's a one-time payment. You can activate 3 devices, right? You can activate 3 different desktops, for example, or laptops, and then it lives in your Chrome browser. It's a Chrome extension. Okay, and then you can use this every time you want to inspect certain elements, right? And change it. Okay, so I find this very useful. I use it all the time. You can buy this, and if you only need one, you can always share this with your friend. So it's only about $10, right, per activation. It's really cheap, and it's for lifetime, right? Lifetime until the say the developer decides to give up on this, or like it no longer works. Okay, so very useful. Okay, you can go to try or verify and use this. So I'm going to use this tool, okay, and my knowledge of CSS to customize a form, right, to show how this works. And it's actually very, very easy. Okay, so I will, so let's begin. So here I am at the web page of NativeForms. So it's nativeforms.com. This is one of my favorite forms. Reason is because there's a lot of integrations and it's highly customizable. Okay, so there's a box in there. You can put in your CSS code and you can change certain elements, right, of your form, your online form, and then you can embed this on your website or on a QR code or something, and then you can flash the form wherever someone needs it to collect data. Okay, so I've got an account, so I'm just going to log in. Okay, so we are here. So this, I'm going to show you this, right? So this is like a demo account. I am going to show, let's create a new form. Okay, so this is a new CSS form. I'm going to pick a template, right? That is, yep, that's available. So the template, or rather this form will look like this. Okay, so I'm going to open it in a new tab. Okay, so this is how the form looks like, right? So if you're fine, you're good. For me, I didn't quite like this form. I think that some customizations can be made to enhance the appearance. Okay, and we all know in forms it has to be sexy, right? Or at least functional. Okay, so what I didn't like is maybe like from the very beginning, I didn't like this line down here. I don't know why you need to have partition, and then of course this little instruction inside this box. Maybe some people like it, but I don't. And then of course like this one, but some of these things, right, you can change using the tool itself, right? There's a native, customization available, and then if you cannot, then you can use CSS. Okay, so this one we can just toggle on and off. This one we can also toggle on and off. But for the rest, maybe the background, all that we can, but maybe if you want to change the text here, it's not possible. If you want to change the text, the text inside, right, or rather the say the size of the text inside, we cannot, right? So we need bigger fonts, bigger font sizes. Then we need to use CSS. Okay, same for this as well. We cannot change the label, right? The size of the label. We need to use CSS. So I'm going to show you exactly how we can achieve this. Right, so what we have here is the form. So let me show you how you can style your form, or what are the options. So over here we can say we can click on say this, and immediately it will take effect. But if I don't like the color, I can always reset. Right, so this is very nice, right? Reset to default. So let's say I want something that is maybe deeper blue. Okay, this is good enough. Then we can change maybe text color right here. Okay, we can change some of this, but let's reset to default because red is no good. And then the input text color. So okay, so those things we can change, right? Input text color here. Then we can change it. If we can change it here, we'll change it here, right? Yeah, because like master control. Okay, so let's keep it as it is. Now what I'm going to do is just turn this off, right? So and then make it like no branding. Okay, so I need to go to here, additional tweaks, and then I'm going to hide this here. Now it's gone. Save this. Okay, now the next thing is I want to remove this little instruction box or the button there, right? So the label. So to do that, I can go to add or edit questions, come to this little, like these three dots here, click on this, more options, edit the the badge or the tag, remove this, and then it's gone. Okay, so far so good, right? It's starting to look a bit better. Okay, so of course you can change, right, the definitions here. It's fine. We're not going to do that, right? That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video, right, is to show you like for those things we cannot change, let's use CSS to change it. So I'm going to activate the Hoverify tool up here. I'm going to click on Inspect, and then now I can inspect the various elements, right? Know their names, know their so-called characteristics, and then decide what I want to change or not to change. Okay, so maybe just for the purpose of this video, we will change, we can change the colors, right? Easily from the master control, but over here, maybe we'll change we cannot change the size, right? So we can use CSS to change that, right? So for this here, we can change the size of this label. So let's see if its name is called input label. Okay, let's just want to be sure. Okay, input label. So this one is also input label. Okay, so let's right here. Okay, so input label. So in fact, there's even a right. So this is a multi-line, right? Multi-line, and then this is also a single line. Okay, so then maybe what we want to do is also change. Hang on, sorry. Okay, so what we can change, so like say this little element here, right? So this part that says NF question container, right? So this is yeah, NF question header. So NF means NativeForms, right? For short, and then we can change the question header, the size. Okay. So let's get an easy win. Let's click on this and change the size. So let's say we're not happy with this, right? We can click on this, and then you'll pop the this box here, right? So the next thing we can do is we can click on this and copy the code, right? So because we're going to change the code, we just need to copy it. So you don't even need to right click paste or whatever, right? Copy paste. You just click on this here. So this is very well designed tool. Okay, just like this NativeForms, you can come here and then we can paste whatever we have inside. Okay, so you can see this, right? It's waiting for you to make changes so you can save it. So this form is very intuitive, right? It's very alert. So we don't need this. Okay, now all we care about is anything here, right? That mentions this. Okay, so let's try. Let's assume we don't know anything going on. So this is the font size here is 16. Let's see, we can change it to 30. You see, so immediately you see the code, right? Changing the front end, right? So let's say 50, right? If you miss that, there you go. So this is really big. No problems reading this one. Okay, so maybe we only want 25, right? 20. Oh, this is too big. 325. So 25. 25 is good. Okay. So let's say we're happy at 25, right? And this is good enough for us. All right. And then we can just leave it as it is. Okay. So now the good thing about CSS is that for those things that you say you don't want, right, and it doesn't really affect, you can just delete it. Okay. So it doesn't change, right? The front end if you say remove what you say you don't need. Okay. So let's say because it's already inside. All right. So we just say we just need to change the stuff we want to change. So can we change this? I'm not sure. All right. So let's see rate. So because it's master control and you cannot do that, then maybe you may want to type this in and see it works. There you go. So just by typing this, right, important, you can override, right? So you notice the rest of the text don't change, but it's only this part. So that's an advantage of knowing CSS, right? You can start to customize, things, right? Okay, so this is the first thing that we've changed. So let's do two more, and then we'll end this video. So this tool is very useful, right? You can tell. Just do a search, try Hoverify, and then .com, and then go make a purchase. Okay, so now next, let's try to change. Okay, maybe we'll change this right here. So this is it input label? So let's confirm this, right? So this is a container input. Okay. So same thing as our input label. Okay, so I'm going to click on this. Okay. Uh, okay. Well, okay, the same. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to copy this. So copy the code, come back to NativeForms, and then paste. Okay, so let's change this to 30. Okay, so currently nothing is registered. Okay, so or registering. Okay, so remove that part, and now we are good again. Okay, so just to show you, this is the font size. If we're not, if it's too big, we can always reduce it. Okay, or even just reduce it to 5. All right, so this really like small, 50, big. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it here because I just want you to see what we have changed, right? So you can even change the weight. Okay, all right, so maybe 300, maybe you like 900, really thick. So we'll keep it at 400 for the time being. Okay, so this is so far so good. So let's say we don't want it to be standardized. You can change it to green. Again, if you don't see anything happening, all right, then you may want to override this by typing in button. There you go. So this is green. Right, so far so good, right? Now then what else? Okay, so if I were to type something in there, now this is a bit small, there's a mismatch. So maybe what I need to do is I need to change it. So I need to find out the name of this element. All right, this input is called name NF input. So I'm going to click on this. Again, copy. So you can see how useful the tool is, right? Because you can just copy paste and change things. So again, we can delete this part. We no longer need this. All right, and let's be a bit more tidy. Okay, so this is the label bit. Okay, so let's, okay, we have a text in there. So let's change it to, wow, okay. Okay, so label input. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on here, right? So let's remove this. Okay, there you go. You can see, right? Immediately you see a change in the other two as well. Okay, so let me see, but I want to change inside here. Okay, so this is the input. Okay, input. Wait, hang on, too many of this. Okay, so this is what? The input container, and this is the input. Okay. Okay, so let's try to change the container. Uh, let's click on this to copy the code. Let's repeat the same thing. Okay, so we don't need this. Okay, and now we are here. So let's oh no, this is the container itself, right? So this is direct. So no, this is not good. So I don't want to change the container, right? Uh, yeah, because the only thing that you can that requires change, if you don't like it, then let me see. Maybe the weave, right? Yeah, but then it'll be a bit funny. So never mind. We'll just, because this thing here is, oops, hang on. Yeah, there you go. So you reduce it to 50%. I don't know what's the use of that, but okay, just for let's just leave it. Let's assume that I'm trying to be artistic here. Okay, or be creative. So okay, so so what's happening out here? So this is a input container. Can you see it? So just by shifting a little bit, I get this. So this is input container. I think this is the one that we need. Okay. So hang on. Wait, just a sec. Okay, wait, hang on. This essentially looks... Okay, this looks essentially like the same thing. So let me remove this. Okay, never mind. I'm going to remove this as well. This is not needed. Okay, so let's go back to this portion here. Okay, so what am I missing? Okay, let's go back to here, right? Input. Okay, and then we can copy this, and we can paste this, and I bet we can effect this, right? No, not the margin below. Okay, let me look through. Tell you what, I'm going to remove all this. And I'm going to remove this as well. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. And I'm going to put it inside the two brackets. Here, the curly one on top and the curly one below. So, okay. All right, so no change. Okay, what is this? Ah, okay, right. So put a dot here. Okay, so you can tell that things are not working right. So I must have missed out something. No problem. I will just delete this and try one more time. Okay. So let's make sure that we get this right. Okay, input. Okay. There you go. Now you can see it here, right? Once we enter a text inside. Okay, so now you can register that. So earlier on, there was none. Okay, so now we can see this. So let's go back to this and change the font size to say 30. Okay, save this. Oh, okay, wait. I've got this thing that I need to delete as well. So you can see now it's bigger. So if you can't see it, right, let me change this again. Right here. Okay. Okay. There you go. See what a big difference. Okay, so this is how you do it, right? So if you don't get it right the first time, just be patient, be meticulous, just do it one more time, be as careful as you can be. All right. So what was the problem just now is that because there was no text in there, so when you copy paste the code, right, you wouldn't see it. So let me show you what it means. Okay, over here, right, I've got nothing. Okay, over here I've got something. So essentially they are the same. Okay, so if I were to click on this, okay, wait, let me do it again. There you go. So you have, hang on, there you go. Yeah, more here, right? Font size 15. There you go. You should be able to see this, right? Here, font size 15. So why is this? Because we have not refreshed this. So once I refresh this, it'll be clearer. There you go. So once you click on this, You can see that this is font size 50. Close this. Hang on, right? Maybe I'll pull this up. Pocket here. Okay, and I'm going to type in something here. I'm going to pocket here. Okay, so if you don't see anything, don't panic. Basically, we can refer to this right here. So all the way down. Okay, just copy this font size and we can change it. All right, so let me just look very carefully. Nope, nothing. Okay, so I'm getting more info out. So what is this? Input. Okay, so this is the name. Okay, yep, name, input, NF input. So this is input label, right? Input label, and then this is input. Okay, so if I were to copy this, and I were to paste this, okay, so wait, hang on, I should just make sure that I get this right by doing it one more time. So copy the code here, paste it inside here. Okay, so let's try and let's change this to 50. Okay, again, you don't say anything. Why? Because there's this portion here that we need to remove. All right, so now you see it is huge, right? Yeah, this is huge. Okay, so that's how you change. All right, so again, you need to exercise patience and caution. All right, then you can discover more things, right? And then you can make the necessary changes. Okay, so far so good, right? Okay, so I believe like you have gotten a good look at what CSS can do. Okay, so this one, right? So this is the one that I say I want to remove is called NF question wrapper. Okay, and I believe that we can remove the one of the here, there you go. We should remove one of those things down here. Okay, so this is probably a border bottom. So let's copy this. Okay, and again, remove this chunk of this chunk of code here. We don't need this. Okay, I can leave the rest alone. Okay, so right here. Okay, so if you want to change the border here, you can always leave it to 0. So you have a sharp edges. There you go. So you can see that if you look carefully, all this are round. This is right angle. Okay, so let's save this. Right here. Wait, hang on. Okay, let's expand this. Easier to see. There you go. Are we sure we're looking at the correct thing? NF question wrapper. Okay. Oh no, we're looking at the wrong thing. Right here, right? Because we're looking at this. So let's. My bad. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, so let's copy this again. Okay, so talk about being cautious, right? The irony. Margin bottom, margin top. Nope. Hey, why is it not copying? So apparently it's not. So it's not me. Okay, so I've got this, right? Um, okay, what we want to change is this bottom. Okay, so another way of doing this, if it's not showing up, is we can always type this out. So it's NF question wrapper. So let's do this old-fashioned way, right? Put dot ns question wrapper curly bracket. Okay, and then this is the bottom. Okay, I think this one border bottom. Okay, so border bottom. Okay, none, and then you, uh, oops, and then we can close it. Okay, but if you don't see anything here, right? If you save it, you don't see anything. It's still here. It's because we have to do this, override it. Okay. Ah, question wrapper. NF. Oh, okay, right here. The mistakes here, not NS, but NF. There you go. So now you see this thing. So just one little error here, right? You see the line here. Can you see it's here? Right. So once you change it, let me make sure it's correct. One, right? And you can repeat the same thing. Border, top, none, important, and there you go. The line disappeared. No, not yet. But once I type in the E, yeah, it should. Okay, border, top, none, important. Okay, so in theory it should. Oh, okay. Maybe this is not. This doesn't belong to the top. It belongs to this one here. Okay. So let's save this. Let's close all this. There you go. No more. Nothing. Right? No lines on top. No lines below. Okay. So this is. This form doesn't look very nice, but basically what I want to show is that with CSS you can customize, right? And you don't always get it right the first time, but if you have a tool, right, and you know the steps, you can still figure it out, right? So that's a good thing. Okay, so once we're happy with this, we can then save the form, and that's it, right? So let me just show you an example, okay, of a simple customization. Okay, so I was able to take the same form, right? Change a few things, remove the, say, the outline here, okay, so that everything rests on top, okay. Okay, and this is readable. I put a bit of spacing. I should put a bit of spacing below here, right? I put some spacing on top, so it's not too close, right, to the top bar here. So this is something that you can do in NativeForms, all right, rather easily, and with a bit of CSS. So yeah, so if you're interested in learning more, both the native forms and CSS, right? I will leave a link in the video below. You can always click on the link, then sign up, and when I put out the new course, right, you'll be notified. Yeah, and you can customize native forms from here. Okay, so till the next video, signing off. Take care. Okay, like, share, subscribe, the usual. Okay, see you. Bye bye.